Here's an article that came out that said South Florida homes for sale quadruple as residents leave in mass. Florida housing market is cooked. Let me explain. So it's no secret that I'll be moving out of Atlanta, Georgia here soon and probably moving somewhere in Southern Florida. Probably be moving to Hollywood, Fort Lauderdale, Aventura area. And I used to live in Miami 2020 to 2022. Now, during this time, housing prices were selling 30, 40, 50% over asking, which was insane. And while I was down there, I documented my time in Miami, how I felt about Miami environment, and I also documented the ridiculous increase in my rent and housing prices and HOA costs. It was astronomical, and I knew for a fact this was not sustainable. So I did post a couple of videos talking about the Florida housing market will be crashing soon, and it got 2-3 million views, and everybody was saying like, oh, you're a car dealer, you're a car salesman, you don't know anything about the housing market. Most of the real estate agents anyways in Southern Florida were in car sales to begin with, or they were a bottle girl or stripper. So if you're gonna take your advice from anybody, I'm sure I've probably taken more math classes than most people combined. And that's not throwing shade to anybody. Anybody in sales has an agenda to make as many sales and sell as many things as possible to make the most money. So real estate agents will always have this narrative. Real estate agents will always paint the narrative that now is the best time to buy, now is the best time to get in, now is the best time to invest, so that way they can sell more homes. But unfortunately, sometimes it doesn't fit the narrative of what is actually happening in the market, which is above most of our heads. As we see this, today's market doesn't make any sense. But I digress to say there's no shade. If you were in car sales or if you were a bottle girl, whatever it is to be a real estate agent, all I'm saying is numbers don't lie. And I'm so glad that I did not buy when I was in Miami, because right now the price cuts, whether you're buying or renting, is insane, and inventory has shot through the roof. South Florida's housing market is undergoing a sharp reversal as the number of homes for sale climbs to its highest level in nearly a decade, quadrupling since 2022, where inventory was super low. It was a very competitive market. Houses were selling 30, 40, 50, 60% over asking. Real estate analysts say that the surge is driven by a drop in demand and a wave of homeowners deciding to sell amid rising costs and stagnant affordability. And a lot of experts are saying that Florida's housing market is beginning to undergo what experts describe as a correction. 15% year over year increase in home for sales as inventory is drastically increasing. Price cut $100,000. Price cut $45,000. Price cut $20,000. This one was insane. You can own this house as a co-owner for 1/8 of the house for $689,000. That has nothing to do with the real estate market. I just thought that was interesting. Here's a house in Boca, $100,000 price cut. I say this to say that everything that goes up must come down. I think this correction is very much needed, and I'm probably going to rent when I move back into Southern Florida, South Florida, Southern Florida. It's all because I do see home prices continuing